Hello, YouTubers. It's March the 20th, and I was thinking about how the seasons affect our lives. Us up here in the northern hemisphere, we celebrate our winter as cold, and at the same time, the southern hemisphere is doing summer, and of course, it's hot. And But either way, in the holidays, of course, they all fall into the same spots. Christmas and Easter, Halloween. Um, they all kind of fall in the same spot. But then the other holidays that we also celebrate throughout the whole planet are the change of seasons. And even though the hemispheres are opposite between above and below, it's approximately around the same time that the seasons change. The equinoxes and the solstices are all more or less around the same time above and below. So there is a certain connection with everybody on the planet. And we're kind of into this groove. However, we think of things in an opposite manner. So I think it's important to be kind of aligned with the seasons in your life and where you live. So, fall for us is a harvest time. Spring is the time to start to plant. Over the winter time, we're planting our next crop. If we're going to actually do a farm. But on the other hand, in our lives, we are also doing the same thing. We're trying to see what we're going to accomplish this year. How often New Year's resolutions was a big thing from growing up, and most people only really talk about resolutions during your drunken stupor on New Year's Eve. But, in all reality, I think a lot of us contemplate what we'd like to have to succeed in, or what we like to work on for the following year in the winter time when we're actually laying back and pondering things more so because we're inside where it's warm. I've certainly found in my own personal life that if I line myself up with the seasons, whether it's emotionally or physically, that I feel a whole lot more connected to Mother Nature and my surroundings. If I live up here where it's right now, our nights are about 20 degrees down to 6, which are rather unusual for the month of March. And as you can see from the image, we're still buried in snow. That it's not that typical to have snow this time of year, but it does happen from time to time. Eventually we'll be, not wearing as many layers of clothing so that we can go out into the public or go out into the yard. So it's all in alignment to Mother Nature and connection to the planet. And I think that the more we're connected, we just went through daylight savings time change here in the United States. I'm not sure how that's perceived in other parts of the world, but when we're in the other time zone, when we're in regular standard time, that we're kind of more connected to the seasons and to the sun rising and the sun setting. And of course, time is just a number. It's not really anything, but it's something that everybody's connected to. So, same as the days of the week. We're all kind of connected. It's a connection that we all have. As what time is it? What day is it? Whether it's nighttime, whether it's daylight. I think that if we have artificial environments that kind of eschew those, like for example, working a night shift versus a day shift, it really does play with the psychic. I've certainly done that in the past, worked a third shift or a second shift, and it certainly does take you out of balance with what you're used to. I know that a lot of my subscribers that are farmers, of course, they're more connected with the seasons than others might be, and those who are homesteaders are also connected to the seasons because in order to survive and change ourselves and become less connected to corporate, that knowing that it's cold out is the time to be in, and knowing that it's warm out is the time to be out, you know, and so forth. But a lot of people are locked into this bizarre world where they're not really in touch with nature at all, and they may not even have nature much in their lives. They might go and get on a train and take themselves to work, get off the train, they're already into the building. They may never go outside, only except to get a couple of raindrops on their head, and then it's a horrible experience if they're getting rained on, or snowed on, or they're getting too much sun. If you know somebody in your life that is kind of like this, that don't seem to be all that connected to nature, try introducing it to them. Becoming more connected. Anywho, I'm sharing also today is SOTU Tuesday's discussion about finding centers and connecting with nature and understanding how the connections all exist. And there's a few more things that are discussed. I welcome you to watch their video also. And happy spring!